Well, good morning. Finally rained. Oh, my plants are so happy. I've been hand watering and we had a whole evening and night of rain. I'm so happy. Oh, it's going to be green, green, green around Size Farm today. That's for sure. Um, this message is for my friend to be. I'm hoping we're going to be friends. The rock and roller himself, Josh Kesselman. That is the man behind Raw Papers and the guy who has bought and who has purchased High Times, resurrecting High Times from the place it has been and bringing it back into the light as the leading voice in cannabis media. So I'm pretty excited about this. And I know we're in the middle of summer and there's a few delays. And we're going to start really seeing some action soon on the new High Times and seeing all the interesting things that Josh, that you have going on with this relaunch, with this restructuring, with the brand new High Times magazine. And wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool, Josh? If you decided that you weren't only interested in the United States and the high times market, and that you were interested in more of a global domination when it came to cannabis media. And gosh, Josh, oh, I rhyme. Gosh, Josh, do we ever need it? You know, I've been editor in chief of High Canada magazine for 12 years. Before that, I ran Rolling Stone magazine. I ran the MIB dispensary pre-legalization. We have injected so much fun and information and education into our culture. And, people like myself, Julie from Skunk, the good folks over at Fat Nugs, they have, or KGL TV, Reverend Kelly, or the Legacies podcast. Or Stratcan, David Brown here in Canada. We are continually fighting and educating the public and elevating voices and steering the ship and creating culture and bringing in new consumers and new people who are exploring cannabis as alternative for medical reasons. Um, Veterans, first responders, housewives, house husbands, people who are suffering from all sorts of illness, who are turning to cannabis and cannabis related products, who aren't down to get into the big hospital system, the heavy pharmaceutical medication. Josh, we are leaders in changing the world's opinion on cannabis, and I'm so excited for you and this journey that you are taking. It's going to be bigger than anything else you've ever done, Josh. And Josh, like I said, I'm 57 years old right now. I have been doing this for 15 years of my life, and I have learned a few valuable lessons that I would love to be able to pass on to you as you're starting this cannabis media journey. Because Josh, I think you're going to be the best of us. I think you're going to set new standards. You're going to open up more eyes than any of us ever could. I think that you're going to bring more people into the cannabis sector, the cannabis industry, the cannabis community, the cannabis culture than any of us ever could. But you need to talk to us as well, Josh. So, you know, I was thinking maybe I should host a cannabis media symposium here in Canada. Wouldn't that be fun, Josh? We have a giant party that we are hosting in September here at Surface Farms, the place that I stay while I'm in Ontario in Canada. And it's called Surf Fest, and we have some of the best musicians and bands in this area attending and performing. And Josh, wouldn't it be great if we could get you and say Julie from Skunk and the people from Legacies and the people from KGL TV and the people from WeTV and all the cannabis media that's out there together into one place so that we can sit down and talk and plan and figure out the future of cannabis media together. Oh, Josh, there's some good times on the horizon. I'm pretty excited about it, and I can imagine you are pretty excited too. So, Josh, as always, don't forget, I want you to reach out. Please get your office to reach out to my office. Let's connect. Let's figure out a way that we can keep this conversation going. I do want to sell High Canada Magazine. I'm not leaving the sector. I'm working with the CCTA. I'm advising government. I am making change within the system when it comes to things like FIFA World Cup coming in 2026, facility tours, exploration of culture within Canada, the US, and internationally. Um, I'm going to be active within the cannabis sector no matter what. And just because I have finished or about to finish my 100 issues of High Canada Magazine, that's volume one. That it doesn't mean that I'm leaving any. I'm leaving the cannabis media space. I am holding on to my High Europe magazine. I am holding on to Psychedelic magazine, Psychedelic Canada magazine, holding on to my High USA magazine because I really feel that we're getting a little bit of traction there, Josh. I don't want to compete with you. I want to be in this sector with you. I don't want to compete with anybody. I feel we all have a place within the sector and that we all have a role to play. And Josh, I feel that your role is going to be bigger and better than most of the roles that we have. So, Josh, let's figure out a way to make this work. We've got this amazing building, the old CHCH building here in Hamilton. They used to film the hilarious House of Frankenstein there, and it's got a deep history as well. I keep dreaming about it as a rock and roll Hall of Fame or a Raw Center for the Performing Arts, or even just Raw headquarters here in Canada, or maybe even High Times North offices. You know, we have a lot of data, we have a lot of subscribers, we have a lot to bring to the table, Josh. And I know that if we can sit down and not just you and I, Josh, but you and I and all the other leaders of the Canadian and American and international cannabis media space, Josh, the things that we could do. Can you just imagine? Oh, this is me. I haven't even smoked a joint yet, Josh, and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning on a Thursday. I'm getting ready to start my big day. But there are so many things I'd like to say, and this is how I'm saying them right now. So, okay, Josh, I hope you have a great Thursday. I hope you're out there enjoying a great festival or an event, or that you're out there enjoying the very best of what cannabis culture has to offer. And I can't wait to hear from you soon.